Is it love or are you seeking validation from a relationship, from a man and or from a woman? Well, let's see as I read this article about are you in love or are you seeking validation within the relationship that you're currently in? Listen on as I read this article. Peace and blessings. God is
Peace,
happy.
blessings, and a whole lot of love. I know I research, I know I do a lot of reading. I talk a lot about relationships, and it's primarily because of the stuff that I have learned through the experiences that I had experienced that it became a passion to discuss these things. I'm no relationship expert. I'm not a relationship coach. I just merely speak on my experiences and articles that I may share with y'all, things that I have learned from other people. The title of this article, Is It Love or Are You Seeking Validation When You Don't Know Your Own Worth? And the reason why I chose to read this article is because I know of a woman. Well, it goes back to um, the man my husband chose to cheat on me with. And it wasn't someone new, it was someone he grew up with because he got issues too. So he doesn't go outside of the community to lay up with someone. It's going to be someone he probably already knows. Because I believe he has low self-esteem issues. But I'm talking about the female that he chose to sleep with. She wanted me so badly to know that he was cheating with her. She went on ahead and got herself pregnant, and I truly believe on purpose because I know that he didn't want another child with another woman. And because he's not that type of man to tell a woman to get abortion, she went on and had this baby, and he went on to pretend that he cared about her and things like that. But meanwhile, he is still actively trying to reconcile this marriage, in which I made up my mind that I do not want, but we are still legally married. And I'm just thinking about how she forced his hand for him to come tell me, so I left him. 4 years later, he tried to re-enter my life because he got a number from my sister. I cut him off again after 4 months of just talking to him. I shared this story in my videos, but the thing is that I realize is when you don't love yourself as a man or a woman, you will stay in unhealthy relationships with people because just being in a relationship validates your ego. Because any woman or any man who knows their self-worth will not continue to chase after someone who does not respect them as a human being. And so that's why I chose this article. And I remember my sister telling me, like, if he can go back between his wife and his side chick, he gonna do that because the both of y'all will be validating him by just giving him that attention. So I had to know, I had to say, oh, hell to no. So I love myself and know that I deserve best. And I came to the conclusion that's a man that I do not ever want to be with ever again. We share a daughter. She's 14. He can call her whenever he chooses to. He can see her whenever he chooses to. And he does not have to go through me to do that because she is 14 years old and she can make that decision for herself. That's not going so well anyway because it seems like if he can't have me, he don't want nothing to do with her. And this is what my daughter pointed out. But anyway, back to validation. To be with a man who doesn't love you, well, I won't say love because sometimes love is toxic because that's what a person knows. But a person who basically doesn't respect you and you want to continue being with this person knowing that he wants to still see with his wife. He doesn't want to divorce his wife. If he had a chance, he would try to work it out with his wife. And you still want to be with that type of man. Something is wrong with you as a human being because you should love yourself enough to know that you deserve better than that. Why you want to go to bed with a man who can bring you back a sexually transmitted diseases and or put you in harm's way because he's going to mess with the wrong woman one day and all hell going to break loose when someone may actually lose their life. So let me go ahead and read this article. Excuse me, have you seen my work? I can't find mine anywhere. When we get rejected, treated poorly, or sometimes blow hot and cold in a relationship with us, we often become stuck and fixated on that person, and that's only with a person who doesn't know their worth. We become convinced that we're in love, and we try over and over again to prove ourselves, to show the objects of our affection that we are worthy of their love and attention. We often don't recognize that the reason someone isn't interested in us may have absolutely nothing to do with us at all. We tend to internalize the rejection that it must be because we've been seen, evaluated, and judged as not good enough, and that they are no longer interested. Some women would chase a man down and fight to be with him, even though she sees that he don't have any respect for her, but she still want to be with this man because he's still willing to sleep with her because it validates his ego as well. Usually when this happens, our interest in this person turns into a fever obsession. We go to great lengths to get them to notice us. We will engage in shape-shifting behaviors where we stop being ourselves and try to turn into whatever we think they might like best. We would jump through hoop after hoop, hoping to demonstrate just how special and unique we are so that they would change their mind about us. Why would you want to go through hoops and behave in a negative way to prove to someone that you worthy of a love? Why would you want that person's love that does not have any respect for you? This is something I don't understand. Is that I want you because you don't want me syndrome? I remember seeing a quote floating around Facebook that sums this up nicely. It said, "The best way to make a girl fall in love with you is to ignore her." Sad but true. Why do we do this? What is it about us that makes us chase after someone who ignores us, treats us poorly, or flat out doesn't want us? Is it because if we actually get them to change their mind about us, then that somehow proves our worth? What do we what do we then get to say? See, I am awesome. I told you I was right about me. It sounds ridiculous, but isn't that what you're really doing? When we look to others to show us our worth, they are always going to fall short. Primarily because it's no one else's job to give us our self-esteem. That's our job. Secondly, people are mostly self-interested. They don't care about how you feel about you. The fact that you are jumping through hoops and treating them like they are the greatest thing since sliced bread is a huge ego boost for them, and you gaining self-respect changes the dynamics of the relationship because this person is not going to respect you. If you're going through hoops and chasing after them and wanting to be with them knowing that they're no good for you, they don't have any respect for you. When you stop jumping, it doesn't serve them and they don't want that. So they will deliberately or inadvertently behave in a manner that keeps you stuck and fixated on them. Why are you fixated on a person that you gotta do all this for to prove your worth for them? To prove your worth to them. Why? When we have low self-esteem, we have become so comfortable with our own negative thoughts and beliefs about ourselves that we will actually seek out people in situations that confirm those beliefs. It's the devil we know, and it feels familiar and like home. We have become so used to the idea that love equals pain and that we have become so used to the idea that love equals pain and that what we are calling love is actually us seeking validation and begging to have someone show us our worth. So sad. So sad. Self-love is very important. Knowing your worth is very important. You should not be seeking validation from anyone but yourself. You should be validating yourself. So many people are in unhealthy relationships because they don't love themselves, because they don't think they can get someone else. And that is so sad. If someone healthy did show up in our life that was interested in us and was offering us the relationship that we claim we want, we would run like hell. because it goes against everything that we believe about ourselves, and we will feel incredibly uncomfortable. So instead, we inadvertently seek out people that evoke these feelings of unworthiness in us. And a lot of women, because they have been in relationships and or situationships, including marriages, with a person that they were seeking validation from, they will continue to be attracted to that and ignore a person that actually is going to come into their life and treat them the way they're supposed to be treated, because they're not used to that. So they run from it. But that's why until these people recognize that they deserve better, until these people recognize that love comes from within, that everything you need comes from within you, they will always be stuck in these unhealthy relationships, seeking validation from another person to feel worthy. The problem is when someone can't make up their mind about us, the price we pay trying to convince them that we're good enough is our self-esteem. The mere fact that we are going to all this effort proves to them that we actually aren't worthy. Because if we were, we would know our own worth, and we would told them to take a hike a long time ago. Take a hike a long time ago. Kick their asses to the curb, because you should know and feel that you deserve better. Like I had to finally say, just because we married does not mean you deserve me. Just because we are still married does not mean we should be engaging in a marital relationship when you don't have any respect for me. And I had to say, you know what? It's time for him to go. Because I deserve better. I know who I am. I know what I deserve. And if I say I love myself, why would I want to continue to be with a man who does not have any respect for me as his wife, as the mother of his daughter, as a woman, and as a human being? Moving right along, let's go. Okay. When you engage with a fence sitter or continue in a relationship with someone that treats you poorly, you find out there is always another obstacle, another reason why they can't give you the relationship you want. You pay the price, and the payoff for you is that you get to continue to confirm to yourself that you aren't good enough. You will end up feeling used and like you are just someone's option for a rainy day. And that's so sad. To be with a man, and I'm going to use cheating because when I look at the fact of cheating, it is so much to it. To be with a man that you end up with by default because the woman that he wants left him, or the woman he was married to left him and doesn't want to have anything to do with him. So since he can't have her, you're his option. Why would you want to be a man's option? That this man is not with you because he actually loves and respects you, because he don't have no respect for you, because first of all, you laid down with him when you shouldn't have. You went over in hoops to try to get him, but yet this man has demonstrated that he doesn't give a damn about you, and you still want to be with him. Being someone's options is sad. It becomes a never-ending cycle, and you may go from relationship to relationship and find yourself in the same situation with the same guy who just happens to have a different face. So you will never break the cycle until you learn how to love you, till you begin validating your own worth, and knowing that you deserve to be treated with the utmost respect. Because even if you decide to end that situation, unhealthy situation, but you don't go through the healing process and of getting to know you, you're going to end up attracting another person into your life with them same fucking bad habits, mistreating you like trash because you haven't healed. When you realize that you determine your worth, that you deserve more than just crumbs of someone's attention, and when you treat And when you treat you in a loving, respectful way, others will follow your lead. You teach people how to treat you. So start treating you right. When you change the way that you feel about you, about you, about you, about you, you will stop seeking validation relationship from unwilling sources. Healthy people don't sit around wondering why someone doesn't want them. Healthy people don't sit around wondering why someone doesn't want them. They are too busy living their lives. Next. This was a beautiful article, and this was taken from Extremology, written by Savannah Gray. And I talk a lot about being cheated on because it relates to all the articles that I come across. There are women who are married, who stay with their husband, who just cheats on them left and right. And for various reasons, some women feel that, you know how one married woman told me, I will never give the other woman the satisfaction of having my husband. I have people say you should fight for your marriage. I have a lot of people give advice on leaving him and staying with him. I don't give two shits about being someone's wife if they're not treating me right. Okay, yeah, I got a husband. Oh yeah, I'm his wife. But he doesn't respect me. What the fuck I look like? Excuse me, but what the hell I look like? Like, that's an embarrassment to my soul to stay with a man who does not respect me or treat me right. What kind of examples will I be setting for my daughter? Like, y'all women don't realize the type of woman you are and the stuff you put up when it comes to a man is the same shit your fucking daughter's going to do. And I'm using curse because I'm emphasizing it's the same shit your fucking daughter's going to do. You a side chick, you are raising a side chick. If you a thought, you are raising a thought. But if you're a woman with self-love and self-respect and know her worth and don't look for validation from a man, then you're going to raise that same type of same type of girl that's going to grow up and follow your lead. So being a side chick ain't cute. Like I said in my other video, being a main chick ain't cute either. Because I don't care what people say. There are good men out here that don't feel the need to stick their dick in anything that will fill them coochie because they have some self-control and they love themselves. But then you have some men that will stick their thing in anything, like my estranged husband. And you know, they say we attract who we are, not what we want. So when you don't love yourself and you don't respect yourself, you don't respect yourself and you don't know your worth, you're going to attract a man that's going to come into your life and treat you just like how you feel. But when you love yourself and you know your worth, you will attract a man that's going to come into your life and he's going to love you and he's going to respect you because that's how you treat yourself. So you treat a person how to treat you by the shit that you allow them to do to you. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. God is hot dear. Thank God for self-love and self-respect and worth. I have never been afraid to walk away. Even though I might have went back. And that's mostly in a marriage. But if I'm not married to the person, he don't get 2 and 3 chances. If I was to get remarried, he only gonna get 1 chance. If I decide to get married again and he fuck up, if he decide to cheat on me or put his hands on me, he don't get a second chance. He's going to be cut off automatically. And I also know that whatever you build that relationship on in the beginning, it's how it's going to end. You build that relationship on lies. Your relationship is built on lies. So it's going to stumble and fall. So you decide to see with a man that cheated on his wife and you end up with him by default. Don't think he respects you as a woman. Because if he respects you at all, he wouldn't lay down with you while he was still in a marriage relationship with his wife. If he respects you, he would have got a divorce. If that woman was quote-unquote this and that, why is he still married to her? Because man is not going to stay married to a woman that's no good for him. That shit doesn't make any sense. If he loves himself and respects himself and know he deserves better, why the hell is he going to stay married to a woman that ain't no good for him? Unless it gives him an ego boost. It validates him to say, oh, I got a wife, even though we ain't together. You see what I'm saying? Feel free to subscribe to my channel as I share more articles on my experiences and my spiritual journey. Hit the subscribe button right down there. Peace and blessings. A whole lot of love. God is idea.